Hey guys, welcome in. We're diving into Volume 2 of our Spring Transfer Portal Roundup series today. We have another update on Bear Alexander, a new offensive line offer, an update on Houston guard Cameron Johnson, as well as a few more intriguing portal entries to talk about today. So the news is flying in, and if you are enjoying these updates, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But before we do get into it today, the channel has been growing a lot in the last few weeks, and there's a lot of new people here, so I just wanted to say thank you all so much for supporting the channel and coming along on this journey with me. I love the community we're building. It's a really specific type of person that likes this channel. We keep it real, we tell it how it is, no hype, just ball. And if you haven't gone down in the comment section, I highly recommend it. There are some truly insightful discussions that go on down there. So again, thank you all so much for being here, and let's get into it. Alright, so let's get right into what you all want to hear about, Bear Alexander. So Matt Zenitz of On3 says Georgia defensive line transfer Bear Alexander is expected to visit USC this weekend. So that's big news there. I mean, I honestly don't have much else to add. Big weekend for SC. Do not let this man leave Los Angeles. You gotta get it done. Alright, so there are also rumors floating out there that Houston left guard Cameron Johnson is also visiting USC this weekend, but I have yet to see this confirmed, although I have also heard that he will be in town as well. And with the Ethan White news, this recruitment has suddenly become extremely important. The depth there isn't where it needs to be. Cameron is a great player who fits exactly what Coach Henson is looking for from an interior lineman. So would love to see that commitment come through. And speaking of offensive line depth, USC has sent out an offer to former Wyoming right guard Emmanuel Pregnon, or Pregnon. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. But I do like this player a lot. Wyoming has really shown to be one of the premier feeder group of 5 teams these last few years. Those guys tend to be coached really well. But talking about Emmanuel, he's a very balanced player, but much like Jarrett Kingston, Ethan White, and Cameron Johnson, he is a very polished pass blocker. He was also a freshman All-American, so he's a young guy who already has accomplishments to his name. I would love to see Coach Henson get his hands on this guy and really mold him into a big-time player. Although the worry with this one is that USC is getting in a little late. He has offers from pretty much every big-time school you could imagine, and USC just offered him yesterday. He's been getting offers for a few days now, so we'll see if that plays into his commitment at all. Alright, so we do have a few more intriguing names that have entered the portal that I'd like to talk about today. First is former Washington Husky edge rusher Savell Smalls. Now, if that name sounds at all familiar, Savell was a 5-star recruit in the 2020 cycle out of Kennedy Catholic High School up there in Washington. Whenever there's a guy of this pedigree, you're going to be interested to learn more about the guy. He was a role player for UW this season, playing over 200 snaps. He played more than 90% of his defensive snaps at edge, although he did rotate between playing off the right and left tackle. He was not very productive, however, only amassing 14 tackles. He doesn't have a sack yet in his collegiate career. Very much a Corey Foreman, Romello Height-esque career up to this point. So could I see USC being interested in Savell? Yes. If it were me, is this the kind of guy I'd go after? I don't really think so, but the upside and potential is there, so it's still something worth monitoring nonetheless. And one more intriguing prospect is former Ole Miss defensive lineman Tywone Malone. I don't have a lisp, his name is Tywone. Tywone was a part of the 2021 class for Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss. He was a 4-star and the #1 player in the state of New Jersey. He's a real big guy, being listed at 6'3", 300 pounds. He lined up at both left and right defensive end, and even played a few snaps at nose tackle. He has 2 sacks in his career so far. Per PFF, he does grade out better as a run defender than a pass rusher, although he hasn't been very good at either on a consistent basis. But the same thing we talked about with Savell. Great frame, great pedigree, but you don't really see that production there. So again, that is something to keep in mind. Alright guys, that is all the news I have for you today, but I do want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on Emmanuel Pregnon? And I'm torn on going after guys like Savell Smalls and Tywone Malone, so please give me your thoughts. Tell me why you would or wouldn't go after guys like that. I'm really intrigued to hear your guys' thoughts on that. And if you enjoyed the video today, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to help support the channel in an even bigger way, you can do so on my Patreon for only $1 a month. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. You're all awesome, and as always, take care and fight on.